This is the pit of despair right here. If you were bad, that's where you went. If this was our house, I'd probably be spending a lot of time in that pit. The pit of despair? Because I'd get in trouble and you'd put me in it.
On day 3 of our Lone Pine trip, we got off to a really late start that morning. We decided to play just a little bit longer in the Alabama hills, and then we headed off to the Cerro Gordo Trail just outside of Lone Pine off Highway 136 and on the outskirts of Death Valley. This is a 23-mile trail that heads up to the old ghost town of Cerro Gordo. The trail becomes very steep in spots and briefly traverses a shelf road with quite a bit of exposure. We didn't manage our time well that day, and we had to turn around about halfway and head back before the trail got too difficult. We were determined to make it to the Trona Pinnacles that day. We definitely want to go back one day and finish the Cerro Gordo Trail all the way to the ghost town.
What is this called again? Cerro what? Cerro Gordo. Fat forest?
Cerro is forest and Gordo is fat.
Well, I don't see any trees around.
Neither do I. Maybe once upon a time it was a forest.
What in the heck did this thing used to be? Wow. Careful, Kobe. Kobe's like, what's taking so long, Linda?
I know, right?
I don't know. I don't think it was a house. With all this cable, I don't know. I think it's some sort of mining thing again.
Probably so, because it's got
Yeah,
the mat with the
and there was
water.
some big concrete holes up there.
And this was probably full of water at some point. This will offer some kind of explanation.
Is it upside? Oh, it is upside down.
We headed on up the trail and the scenery was beautiful. It's a steep climb, and periodically the canyon opens up to wide open views of Owen's Lake way down in the valley below.
Very interesting. So clearly they had some sort of a lift system that went all the way down the canyon, and they must have been bringing, I don't know, was it iron ore? It goes all the way up there to the top. Some sort of a chute there. Maybe they would back trucks up and... What a crazy operation. More of these wooden chutes. Definitely, they must have put like a truck down here and then just fed the stuff right in the back of it. We're not going all the way to the end of this trail today because we have other things to do, mainly the Trona Pinnacles, and we are running out of daylight. Isn't that right, Linda?
Yep.
So I guess it's moving on.
All right, Cub. Back in the Jeep.
Back down the hill towards Lone Pine, out of Death Valley, and to the Trona Pinnacles. Hopefully we have time for that today.
We headed back to 395 and on to the Trona Pinnacles. It was a 2-hour drive and we were really pressed for time at this point. Once you turn off on Highway 178, it's quite a jaunt back to the Pinnacles. This would have been so much fun to fully explore this area. We definitely have to come back here as well and devote an entire day.
Well, we have arrived at the Trona Pinnacles. We spent way too much time messing around in the Alabama hills and also going up that Cerro Gordo just on the outskirts of Death Valley. But we did make it here, gosh, right at sunset. I'm feeling like we cheated ourselves just a little bit. I would have loved to have flown the drone up. These are pretty spectacular. Just wish we had gotten here a little bit earlier. But nevertheless, we're gonna drive around and we'll be leaving here at dark. It's interesting, so we had the windows down and we thought our dog Kobe had to go to the bathroom because we started noticing a bad smell. But as soon as we got outside here, the smell's outside. It's a sulfury, rotten egg smell. And unfortunately, Kobe was blamed for it. We're going to continue the journey. It looks like it makes a big loop out here. Get back in the trusty steed. We will continue.
Once it got dark, it was really disorienting. It was pitch black. We decided we better not press our luck and headed back for the highway. Thanks for coming along with us on this adventure. We can't wait for the next one.